There's definitely an eerie vibe here. This place has a lot of history to it.
Welcome to Holy Land, USA, a religious theme park in the city of Waterbury, Connecticut. The park was first opened in 1958. Local attorney John Baptist Greco was the man behind the project. His mission was simple: to present a pictorial story of the life of Christ. And his vision was successful. In its peak years, the park attracted 40,000 people per year. However, in 1984, things began to go downhill. Holy Land was forced to temporarily shut down its site with attempts to improve and expand the park. 2 years later, it still remained unopened, and the man who developed Holy Land, USA, John Baptist Greco, unfortunately passed away. Over the next few decades, many attempts from people to reopen the park have ultimately failed.
Holy Land has been our historic landmark.
And the park has been slowly vandalized and became a hot spot for illegal activities.
And here we are, decades after the place has been shut down, to check out what has remained in Holy Land, USA. The entrance to this place is really small. Back in the day, people were a lot shorter. The average height of a man at the time was only 5'5". So one of the first places you run into when you're coming here is Herod's place. It's like a tiny little hut, kind of broken off now, but very, very strange. As you can see, there are just a bunch of ruins just all over this entire park. It looks like there also used to be a little stream that ran into like a pool of water. And right over here is the depiction of the Nativity of Jesus Christ. From the Bible, there's a verse that says, "The Word was made flesh and dwelt among us." I do think this is locked, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. It's a really tiny room in here. Probably only 4 feet tall. To kind of show how cramped and small the barn was where Jesus' birth took place. This is the image inside of this. As I keep walking up the hill, I see a bunch of these structures scattered all across the hillside to represent Bethlehem. So I found something that's probably brand new. This building right here looks a lot more cleaner and there's no damage done. And it is the Last Supper. There are Bible verses on either side and up above. And I don't know what year this was built, but it must have been done in the last few years. If you go up this pathway on the side, there's a bunch of these stones depicting his crucifixion. He falls the second time, and then here Jesus speaks to the woman, and it goes through all the stages of the cross as you walk up to the top. And when you make it to the top over here, there's a huge sanctuary, and it's a very interesting building. I have to briefly say that I do not like the color red on these buildings. It looks like someone just smeared blood all over the letters. It was not a good design choice. They should have picked something else. Especially now, since the place is abandoned, the color red, it really just freaks me out even more and adds to the creepy vibe about this place. So at the top of the hillside, there's the depiction of the 3 crosses, the place where Jesus was crucified right in the middle. So the crosses that are up here now are not the original ones. The original ones were looted. Behind me right now is one of the most iconic monuments in the entire city of Waterbury, and that is the LED cross. This thing can be seen in the entire city of Waterbury. It glows in different colors each night, depending on the season. I look like an alien, but I have to quickly say that I've never seen the cross from this close up. I've always seen it driving by, and it just looks so incredible from up close. That cross right there is absolutely massive. I don't think the camera can capture how huge it is, I wish I had the measurements on me, but I don't. So I was looking for this sign for like the last 15 minutes. So I've been searching the entire hillside to see if I could find the Holy Land USA Hollywood sign, and it seems like it's probably gone. I just realized that it's on the other side of the hill, so there you have it. The original Holy Land USA sign. Hasn't been touched for decades. Right above me here is probably the last remaining statue of the park. All the ones that I've seen so far have either been vandalized or looted. This right here, Holy Land Chapel, this is brand new. I'll see if I can find a video on the internet of how it looked like before, but you used to be able to go in here and look all the way up. I found the Tower of Babel, obviously not the real one, but this thing is kind of far away from everything else. I think this is the only Old Testament reference in the entire place. Pretty odd that they have this here. I came across another miniature building right here. This is probably the most run down structure in the entire vicinity that I've seen. It's pretty creepy. You got these rusty fences running around the whole thing. The building is just completely damaged, and I wouldn't want to find myself here ever. So it's significantly darker now. The sun has nearly completely set. I'm gonna do a quick stroll through to see how it feels like when it's a lot darker out. It definitely doesn't feel right being here at this time of day. It's very strange. I feel like people are hiding in these little houses trying to come and get me at this time. The moon is just beginning to rise. It's a full moon tonight, which is a little bit concerning. I cannot lie, every single sound that I hear freaks me out just a little bit. This place has a lot of darker history behind it. If you want to see a video that's less dark and more fun, then click right up here to see my adventure in Stamford, Connecticut.